So we'll start seated, lengthening through the crown of the head, rounded through the hips, cushion underneath your hips if that feels good. And close the eyes, palms open for a little bit more energy. Let's scan through the body, noticing just wherever you feel a little bit tight or tense. You may want to do a little wiggle. Shift your hips from side to side, noticing sensations that come up. Checking in with the spine. And rock the rib cage from side to side a little bit. Shoulders. Gently move the shoulders, noticing sensations that you feel there. And the neck. Rocking the neck from side to side. A little bit. And then once again, sitting it nice and tall. Sending the breath into the belly. Imagining that you're lengthening the spine as you inhale, and then grounding through the pelvis as you exhale. Just 3 breaths like this, breathing into the belly. Long spine. Exhale, grounding through the pelvis. 2 more times. And we'll start with a side stretch, reaching the right arm up and over, lengthening through the side body. Then keeping the side stretch, we're going to reach the right arm back towards your right hip or towards the ground. You might feel the stretch move into your neck a little bit here. You can even kind of grab onto your hip for stability, lengthening the crown of the head away from the tail. Rotating everything towards the left knee, little twist through the spine. And then sweeping the right arm up once more. This time we're going to take the left hand across towards the opposite ankle. Use it to kind of secure yourself and really reach through the right fingertips. And then we'll inhale up and out. Left arm comes up and over for the side stretch. Take your time. Rounding through the left hip, reaching away. You take the left hand to the hip, outside of the left hip, reaching towards the ground, maybe even grabbing onto your hip. As you press that shoulder back and kind of lock it into place, you can really lengthen through the side of the neck. Deep, slow breaths in and out through the nose, noticing all the sensations that come up, making those small adjustments, noticing how the stretch or the length sensation kind of moves around the body. You're going to rotate towards the right knee, twist through the spine here so that your chest is in line with the knee. Sweep the left hand up again, side stretch. This time taking the right hand across behind your left knee to sort of lock yourself into place and really reach through the side body. So my right shoulder is coming down towards my right knee. And then you'll inhale up and out. Go ahead and take your feet in front. Wiggle out the ankles if that feels good. Taking my hands to the back. I'm still on my cushion, doesn't really matter. Rocking the knees from side to side. Windshield wipers. Noticing the difference between that internal and external rotation. So when my right knee goes in, down towards the floor, I can feel internal rotation up at the top of the hip, top of the thigh. Just a couple more. It doesn't have to be a huge motion. And then since we're on a cushion, if you are sitting nice and tall, you can take your legs out into the V, not going into a big, deep hamstring stretch yet, but just lengthening the hamstrings here. So starting sitting up really straight, drawing the shoulders back. You take your hands behind you if you like, and just moving your chest forward just a few millimeters, not very far. Toes up, quads are active. Allowing your body to naturally find length in the hamstrings without forcing or pushing. And we'll use this opportunity to warm up our feet, pointing the toes, and then flexing. Point, and flex. 2 more times. Really move through the feet. There. Nice. Gently getting up to standing. Take your time. Coming to the top of the mat. Feet underneath the hips. We can start with our hands in front of the heart. Feel the soles of the feet pressed into the floor. Lengthen through the crown of the head. 3 breaths here. Always welcome to close your eyes if you like. Inhale, looking up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. I'm taking the knees bent here to start. 3 breaths in the forward fold. Relax the back of the neck. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tail. Flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We come into the top of a push-up. 3 breaths in the plank. Reaching the heels away from the crown of the head. Shoulders go back. Whole front of the body is active. As you exhale, dropping the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Draw the shoulder blades back and down, elbows close to the body. Take 3 breaths here. And then on the next inhale, we'll slide forward, draw the shoulders back, coming into a baby cobra. So the elbows can stay bent a little bit. Breathe. Inhale, and then exhale, release vertebra by vertebra onto the mat. We'll slowly grow this baby cobra into a grown-up cobra. So my hands are basically under my shoulders next to the chest. On the next inhale, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tail, draw the shoulder blades back. Open up the chest using the muscles of your back. Slight press into the floor, keeping the elbows bent. Baby cobra is getting a little bit taller. Inhale. Exhale, release slowly. We'll do two more. The third one will be a full cobra. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the shoulder blades back, open the chest, active back muscles. Press into the hands, keeping a slight bend in the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, lowering yourself down. And this one, if you like, you can stay where you are, but if you want, you can go all the way up. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And press up into cobra, keeping the shoulder blades pressed down. Neck is long. You can freely turn your head from side to side here. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the hips back. Coming into tabletop first, and then walking our hands forward, dropping the chest into extended puppy. Keep the hips over the knees. Good. Take quite a few breaths here and like gravity, start to open up the upper back. Excuse me. Two more breaths. Gliding forward, coming back to the belly. Hands are slightly in front of us now, towards the edge of the mat. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Open the chest. This is the Sphinx. Imagine pulling, actively pulling with your hands and arms to bring your chest forward here. The whole middle back and the lats, which run underneath your arms, are active. Neck is free, chest is open. Inhale here, exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. This time we're coming back through child's pose. You may want to take your knees wide apart here. Hips back towards the heels or on the heels, depending on your biomechanics. And then stretch the arms forward, dropping the forehead to the mat if that feels good. If you feel like your hips are kind of high and you're tilted towards your head, so the weight of your body is pressing on your forehead, you can try stacking your hands, resting your forehead on your stacked hands. You can try that variation regardless. It's also nice. So check out me, right? More breaths in child's pose. Softening the back of the body, allowing yourself to sink into the floor here. Keep walking our hands back and release towards each other slightly. And tuck the toes under and keep walking the hands back, coming all the way back into our squat. So when my feet are quite close together, my heels tend to come off the mat, which is fine. You can take a moment here and just let the calves stretch out towards the floor. And you might be able to have narrow stance and your heels are all the way on the floor. This is, people's bodies are different. But after we've lengthened our calves a little bit here, then we can take a wider stance. About mat's width distance. No, hips are rotated outward, toes slightly pointed outward. Full yogi squat with the pelvis dropping towards the floor. Long spine. And press the elbows into the knees to help with that external rotation of the hips. And we're going to drive through the heels, coming straight up. Bring the feet underneath the hips again. 3 breaths with the hands in front of the heart. Eyes can be open or closed. With my feet in this more narrow stance, feet underneath the hips, I'm going to sink my hips down, back, and reach the arms up, sitting in a chair. The glutes and thighs. Chest is open. Spine is long. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to keep sinking down. Keep those hips going down and back, down and back, down and back, until you're as low in the chair as you can get. And then we're going to lift the heels and drop the hips. Coming into a toe balance. Normal to feel wobbly here. If you have some furniture nearby, feel free to grab it. See if you can really push the heels forward, stretch the toes, and be balanced on the ball of the foot. And reverse this, dropping the heels and pressing the arms up. Nice low chair, active through the thighs and hips. 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhaling into the forward fold. Always welcome to keep your knees bent here. You can relax the back of the neck. Walk your hands forward. Until we find the distance that works for downward dog. So it's a little different depending on how tall you are. Find your downward dog. You can have knees bent here. Feet wide or close together. Relax the back of the neck. Chest moving towards the thighs. Everything forward, shoulders over the wrists. At the top of a push-up, 3 breaths in the plank. And then we drop knees, chest, and chin to the mat. 3 breaths here, squeeze the elbows back. And on the next inhale, we slide forward. Let's rest our forehead on our stacked hands. Take a couple breaths just being forward. And sliding the hands underneath the shoulders. On the next inhale, coming up into your cobra. Relax the shoulders down and back. Chin can slightly lift. With your tabletop, hips back. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. And walk the feet towards the hands. This time taking a ragdoll position, grabbing opposite elbow, really releasing the whole spine. And drop the tail, we roll up through the spine, vertebra to vertebra. That is the last thing to arrive. Coming to the top of the mat, hands in front of the heart. 3 breaths here. Eyes can be open or closed. Interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And we'll take a side stretch, reaching towards the right side. So my right hand sliding down the thigh, left arm up and over, side stretch. Just like we did on the floor. Inhale through the center, exhale to the other side. Let your neck join the stretch as well. Inhale to the center, hands on the lower back, elbows back towards each other, pressing the hips forward, little back bend. Inhale, exhale, the hips go back, chest comes forward, flat back, and forward bend. This time we're going to step the right foot back and rotate that back hip so that the whole sole of the foot is on the mat, coming up into Virabhadrasana Warrior 1. 3 breaths here. Rounded through the feet. Taking the right arm on the back of the thigh and scooping the left arm up Reverse warrior. Keep the front knee bend here. You don't want to crunch your lower back, so it doesn't have to be a huge movement. If it feels uh, too compressed in the lower back, then just take it a little bit more vertical. It's fine. Inhale. Exhale, sweeping down towards the floor. Tuck the right toes under. We come into a runner stretch or lunge. Drop the right knee to the mat. Top of the foot down. Walking your hands up to the left side. Pelvis falls forward. Lengthening in the hip flexor. Sinking the hips back. Flex the front foot. Hamstring stretch here. And we'll keep sitting back. Sitting on the inside of that right hip. So for some of us, we're going to feel very like tilted over. It depends on your quads. Some people are very flat. Either way is okay. If you feel like you're tilted towards the left leg, you can take your left hand to the floor for support. Inhale the right hand and fold. Bring your right hand to your shin or possibly your left foot. And you can use both hands if you feel stable. Inhale up and out, taking this right foot in front of us. Inhale the right arm up and around behind you to twist. I like to take my left hand and hug the right knee, pulling it towards the midline when I twist here. And one. Slide the right foot forward, long and tall through the spine. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to the shins, possibly grabbing the big toes. Both are great. Inhale, up and out. We're going to bend the right knee and send the left leg behind us all the way into pigeon. Left leg is straight behind. The right knee is bent. How small the angle of that front leg is depends on where your hips feel comfortable and you feel like you can face forward, right? Without tweaking the knee. We are going to take it down towards the floor. Allow yourself to soften and begin. Not gripping with the back muscles or the legs, but letting gravity open up the right hip. And walking ourselves back up, open chest, sit on that right hip, 90-90, so the front shin parallel to the front of your mat, left leg also bent, just coming out to the center here. You may feel the strong internal rotation of the back hip. And then we're going to step this foot, the left foot, in front. Shift our weight. You can use your hands if you need to. And come all the way to standing at the top of the mat. 3 breaths here. Interlace the fingers, press up. Inhale. Exhale, left, side bend towards the left side. Breathing into the rib cage. Inhale through the center, exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Bringing the hands to the lower back. Draw the elbows towards each other. Taking the back bend here. Breathe. And shift the hips back, coming through the flat back. And then forward fold. Left foot is going to go back. Full sole of the foot on the mat. Warrior one. Nice. Breathe here. Really grounded through both feet. You do not have to be perfectly square through the hips. Bringing the left hand towards the back of the left thigh. Scoop the right arm up, reverse warrior. Again, if it crunches your lower back, being more vertical is okay. You don't need to take the back. Inhale here. Exhale, spiraling the arms around, coming into a low lunge or runner stretch. One side of the body always different than the other. So try to be aware and kind. Drop the knee and shin, top of the foot to the floor, walking the hands up on the right thigh. Hip flexor stretch here. Breathe. And shifting the hips back. Flex the foot, taking the hamstring stretch. Always welcome to take your hands higher. But if possible, it's a little bit more stable when our hands are on the floor. This is where having blocks is nice. Bring the floor closer. And then we keep sitting back. Sitting our hips to the inside of the left heel here. So if you're feeling really balanced and stable, you'll just inhale with both arms and fold over that right leg. If you need support, you use your right hand to press towards the midline and then fold with just the left. You may have your shin, you may have your foot, both are fine. Inhale it up and out. Taking this left foot to the front. bending. Reaching left arm up and around behind you, hugging the left knee with the right arm to twist. Vrichyasana. Letting your head join the twist by looking over the left shoulder. Spiral is all the way through the spine. Inhaling unwind. Reach the left foot forward. Exhale into the forward bend, grabbing your shins or possibly your big toes here. Just keep the spine long. So if your pelvis is a bowl, right, you're spilling the pelvis forward. Belly button touches the thighs well before the chest or the head. Head is going that way out in front. Inhaling up and out. Bring the right foot back and the left leg comes into pigeon. Wherever that is for you today, the position in the hips where your knee doesn't hurt and you feel like you can be balanced and facing completely forward, that's where you can release over the left shoulder. And slowly walk ourselves up, sit on the left hip, come into that 90-90 position just for a moment, trying to balance our hips in the center, lengthen up through the spine. I like fingertips on the floor here. Breathe. And then we'll step the right foot over the left. You may not need your hands, but you may need to use your hands. Either way is okay. Coming up to the top of the mat, feet underneath the hips, hands in front of the heart. 3 breaths here. We'll make our way just sitting on the mat. You can grab your cushion if you have one. Any comfortable seat, cross leg, or Sukhasana easy seat with the heels stacked. Padmasana, lotus, if that's in your practice. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Slide the shoulder blades down and back. We're going to touch index fingers to thumbs. Natural breathing. Like, can we soften the belly? Is it possible to relax the muscles around the ribs? Releasing the muscles of the chest and throat if possible. We'll take just a few breaths today, following the natural breath without trying to force it in any way, noticing the path of the breath through the body. And when your mind wanders, just gently shifting the breath. And you relax the muscles of your face. Let the teeth part slightly, soften the tongue. And then return your awareness to the breath. Releasing the breath awareness. One more scan through the physical body, noticing sensations that you feel in the lower legs and hips, perhaps rocking your hips from side to side, so that you can notice if there's a difference or not, if the hips feel tight, if they feel loose. Awareness of the spine, perhaps letting the rib cage rock from side to side a bit. Sense of freedom and lightness there, or maybe it's tense. Just noticing without judgment. Sensation in the chest and upper back. You may want to rock your head a little from side to side to notice what's going on with your neck. And then just take in the sensations present in the physical body for a moment. Notice the state of the natural breath and the state of your thoughts. Bringing the palms and hands together in front of the heart, thumbs lightly touching the sternum, and as we bow forward, thumbs touch the eyebrow center, body and tips up. Thank you, as always, for practicing with me.